Hey everyone, this is Josh Galvin with Tizish.com, and on this video tutorial I'm going to explain to you URL optimization, meaning what are the things you should be aware of with your URLs, as you see across the top here, that will help and hurt your SEO. So before I begin, if there's any Tizish clients watching this, you don't have to, because everything I cover on this, your system already has the right URLs optimized. So this video is more for non-Tizish clients or someone that is using a WordPress system perhaps that just isn't working with us directly. So anyhow, but I still advise you watch this anyways, just so you get it, because this is related to the link building. A couple link building videos that I go over trailing slashes and www versus non-www preference. So anyhow, I have my web page open here. It's just my test site that I use just for testing purposes, as you see here. And what I want to show you are three things. The first one's going to be the URL you see here. It's called dynamic versus I'm going to just say keyword based URLs, or just to keep it simple. And I want you to pay attention to this, and then I'm going to show you another variation. Now the other item is whether a website has, see how this one has no www? Well, some websites show www, others don't. That's the second item I want to explain. And the third is what's called a trailing slash and how this affects your SEO. So let's say you have a URL like you see there, and then you have one that has a slash at the end. I want to explain how all these affect the optimization of your URL. So let's begin with the first one. Alright, the first one called dynamic URLs versus I'm going to go keyword based URLs. That's the keyword. That's the phrase I'm using. So you see the URL structure up here? If your URL has something that looks like this for the page instead of something that looks like this, then your URLs are bad. You don't want to have URLs that are structured like dynamic text, meaning they have weird keys in them, like there's a quotation mark, the underscore, the equal sign. This isn't a good URL structure. Alright, so for WordPress users, here's what you need to do. And this is extremely important. For your WordPress, go to your dashboard, and in your dashboard you're going to have a section that says general, and then it's called permalinks right here. Click on permalinks, and here's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to put this exact code that I'm telling you right now. So you click on permalinks, and you have to do this exactly as you see this happening here. Under common settings, click on custom structure and type in the following: a slash, percentage sign, the word post name, a percentage sign, and then a slash again. And now you're going to hit save changes. And again, this is for anyone that's using WordPress, but if you're a Tizish client, this has already been done for you when you signed up with us. So here we're all done. It says permalink structure updated. Now when we go to the same URL, here was the wrong, not the wrong, but here's the ineffective for SEO manner. Now let's refresh the page and watch how it looks. Alright, it's going to say the actual keywords of my title, of my page title. So my page title is contact, and notice my URL also says contact now. Okay, this is important. Your URLs need to have this. Alright, the second thing that you need to do is make sure you have one. It's called choosing your www preference. Is your website going to display www, or is it not going to? For this example, I'm showing you how it is when you don't display it. So for example, see here how I typed in www.joshgalvin.com, and then whatever, let's just go to the home page, or let's just stick to that page. So now when I hit enter, watch what happens. It's going to remove the www. So no matter what I do, this website is programmed to only have one page show up, meaning it's going to be http://joshgalvin.com. It's never going to be www.joshgalvin.com. And here's why this matters. This is extremely important, and I'm going to give you guys a link to an article that Google talks about it, or one of Google's persons named Matt Cutts. This is extremely important because it's called canonical URL issues that you could have. Meaning this, this could get complicated, but to keep it simple, here's what it means. If your website is accessible through www. Your website name as well as without the www, then that means Google can potentially index two versions of your site. Alright, and not only that, but it also means that links that go to your website if let's say you had 10 links pointing to www.yourname.com and then 10 links pointing to just yourname.com without the www, what you're doing is diluting your link, you're diluting your link juice. There's hundreds of words, but you're like diluting your link juice that could flow through your site, which ends up affecting your rankings. Because to eyes of Google, if Google sees that your site has a www dot version and a non-www dot version, to them it could create duplicate content issues. Alright, so here's the actual point you need to understand. In WordPress, again, to all Tizish clients, this is already done for you. In WordPress, go to General, and then go to General. Under Settings, go to General. Alright, and this is for anyone that's not a Tizish client, or anyone that's using WordPress. And choose which one you want. Do you want to show www dot or do you not want to show www dot? I like to show www dot. That's just my preference. There is no better or not. There is no wrong or right reason to or not to do it. But I like to show it. So I just want to show you an example though. When you set this, here's what happens. You're basically telling your system to forward any URL you do. So now here we go. I just changed the URLs, right? So let's say I try to access my site without hitting www, which could be through a link, which could be through manually doing it. Regardless, the whole point is a non-www site version of my webpage doesn't exist, because as we just saw, under General, we chose www dot. So now when we go back to the home page, or we go back to this page and I hit enter, watch how it's going to show the www this time. And there it goes. So basically here's what that means. If I had 10 links pointing to just straight up joshgalvin.com and then I had 10 other links pointing to www.joshgalvin.com, then that is now okay, because my system is going to redirect any links to the non-www version, and it's going to direct it to the www dot version. So that way Google, as they advise, is straight from Google, from their Google's webmaster guy, his name's Matt Cutts, straight from him. He tells you, make sure that you only have one set or the other. Many websites have both of them available. So here's what you need to do. Type in www.yourwebsitename.com. If it comes up, that's great. Now type it without the www dot. If it comes up and the URL at the top still shows the non-www version, then you have a problem. Your webmaster, your web design people, whoever they are, they need to fix this for you. And what they had to do is redirect a www version or a non-www version to each other. You have to choose one, okay? And now one more final item related to the same concept, because you do not want to be having, you do not want to have your site accessible through multiple versions, okay? And I recommend you see this article as well as this article here. This is the next point I want to go over, putting a slash or not a slash. And this is straight from Google's mouth. All right, so here's the example. They're using example.com/foo with the slash. You see that little slash at the end of it, and then you see this example here. All right, this is the same issue that could create duplicate content problems if someone links to your website with a slash and without a slash. So here's what that means. Let's say we're on joshgalvin.com again, here with contact. Let's say I try to find this page. See how I typed it without the slash at the end, and I hit enter. Watch what happens. When I do that, the slash is going to end up coming up. See how the slash automatically comes up? That's because, just like the www version, my site is programmed to only have one version available to Google, which means if someone links to me with this slash, or if someone links to me without the slash, no matter what, Google's going to give the main one version credit. Regardless of which one you choose, it's going to give one version credit. I like having the slash at the end. That's just what Google recommends. So here's the point. Here's what I want you to do. Go to your website, go to any page, go to your about page or something, and try to access it without a slash at the end, and then try to access it with the slash at the end. If you do it without a slash or with the slash, and you go to two different versions of the URL, meaning when you do it without the slash, it still shows up the page without it, and then you do another version with the slash showing up, then basically what happens is your site is now going to have duplicate content issues if people link to you in different ways. So the whole point is this: if that happens, just like the www preference, your webmaster needs to make sure that they add the slash to automatically go on all of your URLs. That's the point being. This is too advanced for you to get in one video, and this whole video may be too advanced, who knows. But the whole point is, check this with your URLs and make sure that your web people have these three covered. Number one was choosing your www preference. That's the oh, I'm sorry. Let's rewind. The first one was making sure keywords are what make up your URLs. All right. The second one was choosing your www preference, and the third is making sure that you have a trailing slash. It's called making sure you have a trailing slash at the end of your postings. All right. And again, this is extremely important because in the eyes of Google, and I recommend you check out these articles just to make full sense of them, straight from Google directly, pretty much. If your website's accessible through different versions, meaning it's the same website but the URL's different, they could be accessed through different URLs, you're competing with your own content. You're basically diluting your website's focus. Your link focus is being diluted and everything, and this hurts your rankings. All right. So that's everything for this tutorial. Check out the ultimate link building guide to see why this matters. I cover a specific video where I talk about www preference versus trailing slash preferences and so forth. This was more of a broad, or this was a very general overview of what your URL should look like for having good SEO URLs. All right. So that's pretty much everything. If you have any questions, go to facebook.com/Tizish and ask away. All right. I look forward to hearing your questions. Take care.